Wonderful. So, welcome to another day on planet Earth. It's Wednesday, the 8th of April. Welcome to another tapping session, which is also known as Emotional Freedom Technique EFT. We are getting together every day at 10 a.m. BST to tap together on the stress, anxiety, and frustration, all this uncertainty, the lack of control, which is causing stress and anxiety in us. We are tapping together every day at 10 a.m. BST to feel relief. To feel relief. My name is Sonja Kirschner. I'm a life coach, leadership coach, and I'm the founder of A Power Free Coaching, Training, and Mind Freedom. Before we start tapping and before you experience the relief, which I know you will, because the research has proven over and over again that by tapping we can reduce the cortisol, the stress hormone in our body, after only a few minutes by more than 40%, which is great. So what is tapping? Tapping brings together ancient Chinese acupressure by tapping with our fingerprints on certain meridian points on our body, and modern psychology by saying certain statements. And when we combine the two by saying certain statements, by acknowledging what is happening, how we are feeling, the physical pain we might be experiencing, by acknowledging all this and tapping, and by finding relief through suggesting words which calm us down and tapping again, we find relief. And this is exactly what we are going to do right now. Because in this day and age, we are all exposed to negative, bad news, and it's affecting us, all of us, in one way or another. Some of us are more seriously affected than others. Some of us have better coping strategies, but we all are exposed to stress and anxiety by what is going on at the moment. So our amygdala, the flight and fight center in our brain, is essentially vigilantly watching out for danger, trying to protect us by sending out all the chemicals into our systems which would protect us under normal circumstances if we were exposed to physical danger, like running away from a lion. And we all know that that has been the case, although many, many years ago, but the amygdala played a crucial part in our survival. But now, through exposing ourselves to news and seeing, observing what is going on, what is real, what the reality presents us every day, we feel the cortisol, the stress hormone in our body rising, and our body responds to it through an increased heart rate, through an increased breath of speed. Our hands might be sweating, to the extent that we can feel panicky and experience panic attacks. Now, if we expose ourselves and experience this all day, every day, we feel knackered, we feel tired. And obviously, our main purpose here is to calm the amygdala down and to give our bodies and to give ourselves a chance to calm down. So, if you are new to tapping, I introduce you quickly to the tapping points. Just make sure that your hands are clean. Obviously, hygiene is of utmost importance because we will be also touching our face. We have several meridian points, the energy centers, sitting on our face, and we'll be touching them. So please go off and wash your hands and come back to this if you want to join. So we are starting out with, and don't worry, all you have to do is just repeat after me to start with. And once we are into the session, acknowledging how we are feeling emotionally, but also physically, if there is anything which is on our mind and we feel physical pain, I will be also giving you the chance, 1 or 2 rounds, to express what it is in your own words. But we will be doing most of it together. So just relax, repeat, and trust the process and experience it for yourself. Experience the relief you can find within a matter of minutes for yourself. So to starting out with, we will start out with the side of the hand, which is also known as the karate chop point. And we tap with our fingers. This is the first point. Next up, we will be focusing on the point just at the beginning of the eyebrows here, and we can tap with 2 fingers or more than 2 fingers. It's really up to you, but as long as we get that pressure to those meridian points. And we're tapping around 7 or more times. Next point is the side of the eyebrows. What I also want to mention is that it really doesn't matter which side you tap on. Feel free to tap on one or the other or both, but our meridian lines are running on both sides of our bodies. Next up is underneath the eyes. And as you can see underneath the eyes, I'm using more than just the 2 fingers, but it's up to you whether you use just 2 or more. Then we'll be tapping underneath the nose. Then the chin, but not quite the chin, is this crack below the lip. The next point is underneath the collarbone, around 2-3 inches underneath the collarbone. And the next point is underneath the armpit, around 4 inches for women, where the bra line sits. And to finish the circle off, we're tapping on top of our head, which may be a funny one, but it's really effective and closes the tapping circle off. So before we start, and as I mentioned to you, EFT tapping, for those who have just joined us, is about bringing together ancient Chinese acupressure and modern psychology. So for us to do this effectively, we need to identify first and foremost what is going on for us. And I know it's predominantly stress and anxiety, but there may be other things which are predominantly applying to you, which you want to identify for yourself. So let's just start by calming ourselves down, by tuning in with ourselves, by taking in a deep breath and breathe out. And as you do, just check in with yourself. How do you feel? What is going on for you? And if now is the only moment in the day when you're honest with yourself, let it be now. What is going on? How do you feel? You may feel stressed, you may feel anxious, you may feel frustrated, afraid, worried. What is the dominant negative emotion? And where does it sit in your body? But equally, you may feel physical pain. So if you had a headache or a backache or a hip ache or whatever it is, identify it and be clear and specific. How does it feel? Now, whether it's the negative emotion or the physical pain, on a scale of intensity 1 to 10, where 10 is the most intense, what number would you give it? And you bring this up in this session here now, I would expect it to be somewhere around 5 plus. So what number would you give that feeling or the physical pain? You can write it down or just make a mental note. And we'll start now tapping jointly together. Again, I will be giving you in a minute or two time to use your own words to address your own feelings and pain. And we are starting out with acknowledging what is going on, not because we want to dwell on the negative, but because by acknowledging what is going on, which we hardly ever do, if we're honest with ourselves, we always try to distract ourselves with work or TV or the news or whatever. But by acknowledging what is really going on for us and within us, we actually do take the power of those negative emotions and the pain away. So that is how we'll be starting, and we will be gradually then tap into finding relief. So let's start. On the side of the hand, even though I feel all this stress and anxiety, I choose to relax now. Just repeat after me. Even though I feel all this stress and anxiety, I choose to relax now. Even though I feel all this stress and anxiety, I love and accept myself. All this stress, all this anxiety, all this worry, all this frustration, all this sadness, that I'm feeling in my body. I'm exhausted. I am tired. I'm worried about what's going to happen. I'm worried about myself. And I'm worried about others. I feel sad. I feel stressed. All this anxiety in my body. I can feel it. I'm so exhausted of it. And now I want you to address your own specific emotions, your own specific pain which you may be experiencing, physical pain. So we will keep tapping together, but I want you to choose your own words. Just keep tapping and be as specific as you can by acknowledging what is going on within you. Side of the eye. Underneath the eye. Underneath the nose. Chin. Collarbone. Underneath the armpit. Top of the head. You're doing really well. Just keep going, keep acknowledging what is going on for you. All those negative emotions, all the physical pain. Eyebrows. Side of the eye. Underneath the eyes. Underneath the nose. Chin. Collarbone. Underneath the armpit. Top of the head. Really well done. And now we're continuing together, so just repeat after me. All this stress and anxiety and all this physical pain, I'm choosing to let it go now. I'm letting it go now. I'm glad to take the time to do this for myself. And I'm letting it all go now. This is my moment. And I'm choosing to relax right now. I'm choosing peace. And I'm letting peace to flow into me. I'm choosing calmness. And I can feel how peace and calmness are flowing into and through me. I feel relief. And I'm grateful for this moment. I know that all this is just temporary. And I know that we are all in this together. One day at a time. I'm choosing to take my power back. I'm choosing relief over pain. It feels good to feel peaceful. It feels good to feel calm. All is well. All is well. I am choosing love over fear. I am choosing love over fear. I am choosing love over fear. And as we now gently stop tapping, really well done. I want you to take in a deep breath with me. Breathe in and out. And tune in with yourself. What has changed? How do you feel? And that number of intensity you have given, that emotion or the physical pain at the beginning of the session, by how much has it gone down? Let me know in the comments below what has changed and how you feel now. Really well done. Thank you for taking part. I know you've experienced relief, and I'm really grateful for you joining us this morning. You know, you've got a tool now, which is not very well known, but that is my mission, especially in these difficult times, to empower people in this way. You now know how to use and apply EFT, emotional freedom technique, for yourself at the beginning of the day, but also to take it into the day. All you have to do is to remember applying it, taking a moment out of the day and apply it. Now, it's a great way to start our day with this, and especially when we do it together, even though it may be just virtually. From an energetic perspective, when more than just one person get together to tap together, something magical happens for the benefit of all involved. So thank you very much for taking part. If you found relief, I do encourage you and would appreciate if you could share this video, but equally the invitation to join these daily, Monday to Friday, weekly, daily sessions at 10 a.m. BST for 20 minutes, so that we can all tap together and so that more and more people find the relief we all so desperately look for and seek. And for these sessions, hopefully you were able to find some relief. So thank you very, very much for joining, and have a great day. And hey, we are one day closer to the end of the lockdown. And I see you all tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.